here, ETHDenver 2025, the year of the regenerates. And I'm here with Josh, and he just gave a really cool talk on stage, and he's all over the space. I mean, if you're at ETHDenver, this is the guy to know. It's the guy that has been around for the longest time ever. But I'm really curious. You talked about a bunch of stuff. Like, what do you do day in, day out? Day job. Do you have one of those?
I do have a day job. Yeah. So we're building Azos Finance. It's a stablecoin that's similar to Maker's framework, but instead of using ETH and wrap Bitcoin and USDC or treasury bonds as collateral, we're using climate finance debt. So like carbon credits, and then eventually like water credits, air credits when those exist, like soil biodiversity credits, but also green bonds, which are when like a country lends another country money for a big renewable energy project, like a hydroelectric dam or something. And the smallest ones are like $2 million. So these are all really big, and they're increasingly coming on chain. Renewable energy certificates and PPAs. So
what makes that a better stable than your traditional things that you're seeing out there that are just buying government bonds left and right?
A good question. So I would say better in some ways, but for the most part, different. So you've got stable coins that are backed one-to-one by treasuries. These are like more centralized, like Circle and Tether. And then you also have stable coins that are backed by crypto assets, which are highly volatile. They're over collateralized, which is good, but they're kind of at the whims of the market. We saw a lot of liquidations earlier today and the ETH and Bitcoin market caps are still low enough that they can be manipulated. And so you've got a stable coin that is backed by a highly volatile class of assets.
Right.
What we're doing is we're taking real world assets that have a market value to Web2 companies and to governments and have a real world impact in this effort to like stem the tide of like global climate change. And so these carbon credits have a market value. And so even though the markets go up and down, these carbon credits still have relatively stable value. So same with green bonds, which are essentially T-bills, but very specifically for renewable energy projects.
Now, I mean, I see this as a huge win for people that want to support the things that they care about, right? Because honestly, if you go to a regular stablecoin, you're just supporting Circle or Tether or whatever it is. But now you're kind of flipping it upside down. And, you know, with these different types of bonds and carbon credits, you're basically supporting things that you care about.
Yeah. And so our collateral assets can be anything that's impact, not just these. So one of our partners is Glow Dollar, which they have basically forked Circle, but instead of a centralized company with VCs taking trillions of dollars out of the economy, which is, I mean, they provide a great service for the ecosystem, but it is extractive.
Yeah.
And what they do is they have a system by which they give grants via this like 4 to 6% that they're earning back to the community. And so it's very similar to USDC, except for money's coming back into the ecosystem. And we're able to use them as a collateral source.
Okay, so now here's a little fun question. I happen to make money on this, so I'm not worried about it. USDC depegged because of a weekend.
Did it really?
Oh yeah, a while back it did, because the banks were closed and they couldn't, show that they had money. I mean, I'm sure you remember that. Some people that started
recently. I do remember this. Like a year ago.
Exactly, a year ago. So there were perps that were created like on the spot, and people were trading. I made money because I'm like, it's gonna come back. I know the assets are there.
So did I actually. And this is an advertisement. Just use Aave, right? So I don't like selling ETH, and so like when someone's like, you should angel invest. I'm like, all right, so I'll collateralize ETH, I'll borrow USDC or DAI or Tether on Aave, and then I'll invest the stable coins. And when that depeg happened and the stable coins got to 92 cents, I was able to arb them against each other to lower my debt.
No, that's awesome. Like, do I need to worry about that with your new stable coin?
Every stable coin has a risk of depegging, and there are unforeseen, you never know. What I will say with this specific example, it is less likely, because USDC had their depeg because nobody knew how much value was in the treasury. However, with over-collateralized stable coins, you can see exactly what's in the treasury. So as long as everything's on chain and people have their Dune dashboards and everything's in the metrics that traders follow, you shouldn't expect to see that massive depeg.
And now this is a little beyond, because now you're saying that everything's on chain. So there's transparency, which we don't get a lot of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do it that way? Isn't it better if you can just not have everything on chain? Like, well, what's the idea behind having it on chain?
That sounds antithetical to the Web3 ethos.
I need to be the contrarian here, so you give me a good answer.
Everything should be on chain. Tokenize everything. Tokenize everything.
Y'all heard it first here, man.
I
Just
didn't hear it first.
tokenize everything. No, I'm pretty sure years ago. Years ago.
So BlackRock is on their like tokenize everything kick. They've got Securitize and they're putting billions of dollars on chain, and a lot of that is collateral that we're able to use in Azos.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's where we're headed, right? RWAs, that's the new trend. I mean, thankfully, some of us have been in it for a while, but people are going to just start jumping in it. And yeah, look out for those ICOs and the people that are putting things on chain, because it's a future. It's where we're headed, and it's a ton of potential out here for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the great things about the partners that we're working with is the strategy of using on-chain mechanics and DeFi to build further impact in the real world. Mm-hmm. So we're working with the Brazilian Carbon Credit Cooperative, and carbon credits out of Acre, which is one of the southwestern states of Brazil. Acre, yeah.
I'm Brazilian.
Side note here. Whenever I try to tell people about this and I spell it, they're like, "You mean acre?" And I'm like, no, it's Acre.
You got it. You got it right.
Did I say it wrong the first time?
No, you're good. Acre.
Yeah. I just didn't roll the
R.
I didn't roll the R. So we're working with these carbon credits, and what we want to do is create a system by which these carbon credits come into our system. This helps the local governments because they're able to sell these credits on chain. They come into the Azos ecosystem. The broader market is able to access them, and we can use the revenue that is generated in Azos to then go generate our own green bonds and carbon credits. So we can go back into Acre and we can buy up more land for conservation, generate more carbon credits to put back into the system. And so we basically can run major conservation efforts while building a treasury of conservatory but revenue generating land that is building a protocol. So when we launch with the assets we've secured, we'll be the 5th largest on base.
Wow.
As things are now.
Yeah.
And so that's a great starting place.
All right, I got to ask the big question that everybody's going to want to know.
When? So we've got an incentivized testnet that is launching this week. You can come by our booth at the ETHDenver, the main shillages. We actually, our artist, I'll give Bon a little shout out here. He has, I don't think I have it on me. He's created these really cool like pendants and other merch that is like Azos and ETHDenver themed.
Very cool.
That you'll be able to buy with like our fake testnet bucks. So for using our system, just the testnet, so you need some testnet ETH, you'll be able to participate in the real world thing. When? Mainnet should be within a few months. And then our TG should be after that.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I don't want to. The timeline is not set, but that is the order of things.
Soon, guys. It's soon.
Yeah, we want to get the protocol running and get show that it is a system that works and that TVL can grow, and then get people real hyped about it so that they're excited and want to participate in this ecosystem rather than just like be one of those, I'm going to airdrop farm and then dump it. We want like people to see the real value so that they want to continue participating.
So real builders build first and then put it out there. Not like, let's get a bunch of money and then figure this out. Like, you're actually doing it the right way. And it's counterintuitive these days, I feel like.
Yeah, yes, big problem. We actually started as a hackathon project in 2023. We won the Hack Refi at COP28 in Dubai, and then came to ETHDenver, decided we were going to turn it into a product and raise for it. And then we basically bootstrapped with some help from some really good friends who've helped us get to where we are.
Shout out friends. I mean, that's what the space is all about. It's that community, right? That people that can support one another. I mean, when I walk around ETHDenver, it's just wild hearing people like, well, so-and-so invited me here. So-and-so wanted me to be here. They told me it was a great space. Most of the people here are referrals. It's people that just heard about it through other people, which is incredible.
It is incredible. At least 50% of attendees are new every year. And actually, fun fact, we're still signing up. I don't know if I want to give the real numbers. At least a few hundred like per hour yesterday were signing up. It's just crazy. I'm obviously
Looking good. You're relatively looking great.
Noticeable was the word. But I also usually wear the Buffcorn onesie.
Yeah.
And I like riding the scooters because I don't take Ubers. So I ride the scooter everywhere in the city. And I will very often see people who are like, yo, nice onesie, or like, what is that? And so I'll stop and say, it's the Buffacorn. It's the official mascot of ETHDenver. What's ETHDenver? Oh, we're right over at the National Western. The tickets are free. You should come through. And then I help them go to app.ethdenver.com. They sign up for a free ticket real quick. We were literally signing up just Denverites who are just around, like come to the show. It's free. It's great.